Hi, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Mel.
Girl, let me tell you, I only had maybe a little less than half of that drink.
When you're drinking, you just gotta drink more.
I am a strongly worded email.
Actually, that feels in line, though.
It's not.
No, listen. And every now and again, when somebody get out of line, you just yell, pop the trunk.
I'm the juice to her gin. Did we hit record?
Is it working? Is it on?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gin and Juice podcast. My name is Melissa.
My name is Mel.
We're real life sisters. We on this podcast every single week and talk about what the heck we want to talk about. But before we get into it, we want to thank our sponsors.
We absolutely do.
BetterHelp,
BetterHelp, Prize Picks, Raycon, and Rocket Money. We got 4 today.
All right, we out here. We out here or whatever. All right, so we get on this podcast, talk about whatever we want to talk about. And we normally start with a little section we like to call Long Story Short, where we catch you up on some of the goings on for the weekend. There's really, outside of Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to all of the ladies out there that celebrate. Whether that is a child in your arms or in your heart.
Hello.
Happy Mother's Day to you and mothers in waiting. We hold space for you and those of you who may have lost your mother and maybe yesterday was a hard time or due to complicated relationships. We hold space for you as well. We hold space for all of you. So happy Mother's Day. Before Mother's Day, though, we went to the Beyonce concert.
We did.
And so we need to hold space for that conversation.
Absolutely.
So do you want to start?
It was a great show. McKinley came. I was very excited to be bringing her to our very first Beyonce concert outside of my womb. She went when she was in my womb a long time ago. But she was very excited. We got our jewels done. Melissa put some jewels on our faces. Angel got a suite. So it was a bunch of us in a suite, which was really dope. The show is obviously being up close and personal is very dope, but the show really does play well on the screens. Because Beyonce is Beyonce. She's very like cinematic and like it's obviously going to be on Netflix in a year. And so it's clear that it's being shot for that. And so being able to see the screen is important. And so it just made for a really, really good show. She's obviously the best performer, entertainer. And so it was amazing.
I agree. It was definitely amazing. If you're on the fence about going, I would go. And I'll tell you what I found to be interesting as a person that's only gone to, and I'm interested in your perspective because you've gone obviously to more than me. I have gone to On the Run. I did On the Run twice. I've done Formation, Renaissance, and this.
Okay.
So I've essentially gone to 4 tours, 1 show twice, but four tours. What I found really interesting that I really enjoyed about this tour in comparison to the ones that I have gone to is that it was more of a breath and celebration of her catalog and not just this specific album.
Yeah.
And because I missed, obviously, the early part of Beyonce being Beyonce, I've never been able to experience those songs live. And so to be able to be there and watch her sing them live was just great for me.
Yeah.
Especially because Cowboy Carter isn't necessarily my all-time favorite Beyonce album, but she played some old stuff. Yeah. She had a whole Renaissance section that was amazing. So for me, I was like, oh yeah, I'm having a ball. This woman sat there and sang for 2 hours and like 30 to 45 minutes. Like people were, sometimes you got to get off of the internet. Sometimes you can't be chronically online all the time because it plays with your mind. The way that people are complaining about her not doing as much choreography is wild to me. Oh,
wow. I didn't know that was happening.
Oh, my God. It is such a thing on the TikTok right now that people are like, she's clearly about to retire. Did she get an injury? I think she hurt some part. They be way deeper in the stuff than me, Chad. Did she hurt this? Did she hurt that? She must be about to retire. She's 44, 45 years old. She's getting old. She's not dancing the way that she should be dancing. She's not giving us that. The mic was on, though.
Hello?
Okay, that's number one. She didn't not dance. That's number two.
That's
But number one, the mic was on.
for sure.
And what y'all know, y'all want to see Blue Ivy dance.
Oh
Now,
my
cut it
gosh.
out.
I was going to say, if anything, she's making way for her child who is
Dance.
giving it to you on that stage. Blue Ivy is a star.
Literally.
I mean, she just gives it all to you. You can tell she's like watching and studying her mother's videos, and she's giving you that. It's amazing. It's so good. So if that is the critique,
Blue Ivy is there.
it's because she has her daughter on stage, and she is obviously giving way to that. Is what my personal opinion. But I wouldn't even. She was dancing. It was like adorable, the fact that they were dancing together.
Yes. She said it might be my algorithm feeding me negativity, but also I get deep in Yap Talk. And so this just becomes a topic of conversation in Yap Talk because Beyonce's on tour. So it's obviously a topic of conversation. And that was literally, it was on a lot of the yappers were talking about it.
Talking about that?
Yes, a lot of the yappers were talking about
yappers.
this. And I was like, first of all, y'all don't even live in LA, so you're just going off what you
see on the
what
people
you
are
see.
posting.
Exactly. So I was like,
Whoa.
everybody relax. And Yap Talk, for those of you who don't know, someone's asking, Yap Talk is literally, it's a genre that's literally just on TikTok, but where you get on video on TikTok, on specifically TikTok, and all you're doing is yapping, meaning all you're doing is talking.
Running your mouth.
Yeah, that's all you're doing is talking.
About nothing, something you have no information on. That's the point of yapping.
Literally trending topics, and they're just giving their opinion, their thoughts. Sometimes it's really interesting though. Like sometimes I watched one Yap Talk today, and it was talking about eugenics. Apparently, this is also trending on TikTok right now. There was I haven't seen the original, but this is what I'm gathering. A disabled couple or differently abled couple. I'm not quite sure how to say that correctly. That decided to have a child, and everyone was having opinions on this couple deciding to have children. And so she was talking about eugenics, the history of eugenics, and telling everybody to shut up.
Oh.
And I found it to be, I was like, this is really good. I'm seated. I'm sat. Please tell me more.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's really, really good. And then sometimes they'd be like, all right, now everybody shut up. Everybody hush. So anyway, the point is Blue Ivy, amazing.
She looks so good. She's like so much energy, and even the progression from Renaissance until now is like so evident, right? The first concert she did for Renaissance, she was obviously, it was her first time in front of thousands of people. Her mom is Beyonce, so she's performing in front of her mother's crowd, and she's like 11, or 12. So you can tell, obviously,
13.
She's 13 now.
She's 13 now.
But I'm saying for Renaissance,
Oh,
she
Renaissance.
was
Yeah.
12. And so performing in front of thousands for the very first time.
Tens of thousands, Mel. Tens of thousands.
Fair. And so obviously she was scared and like all of that. And so the difference between that and this concert, child, the girl got it. And knows that she got it. It's very dope.
Out. But in addition, I think the critique that anyone was giving her on the first tour was so unfair.
That's fair.
She's 13 now.
Yeah.
So she's 11, 12 years old a couple years ago when the first one was coming. That's number one. Number two, if you go to your baby's band concert and you hear the
show and tell,
and you stand up and you clap and you say, that's my baby. They did a good job. They could play at your birthday party. You're going to let your baby, you're going to do everything you can to allow your baby to get ahead, and you're going to clap and you're going to tell them that they're doing a good job. You don't think Beyonce is going to give them same opportunities to her child and tell that baby, you doing a good job?
Girl, you doing a good job. But go ahead.
Absolutely. And then to be 13 and now live up to the hype of it all.
Yes.
Stop. Let that baby go up there and figure out her first year on the band.
But amen. But also, would you be as confident? Could you do what she did?
Not.
as an adult, could
Absolutely
you get
not.
up there and dance
Absolutely
in
not.
front of those people? I'm not dancing in front of 5 people.
Absolutely not.
I'm not, unless we at the club, that's different. But if we on a stage performing, I'm meant to be here to entertain you. Absolutely not. And
Absolutely
that
not.
girl is doing that. And so for adults
For a concert.
for adults who couldn't even imagine doing that.
Y'all can't get up and speak.
I mean,
People
public
literally
speaking is so challenging.
literally cannot get up and speak. And this woman is, well, little girl, quite literally, is getting up and dancing.
doing great.
No, she's doing phenomenal, and she is so good. She has so much personality. There's signs. I saw this one TikTok, and the sign said Blue Ivy is the manager or something like that. And she like pointed at it and like she's playing into it. She's just, this little girl is just everything and more.
And her facial expressions, they're so good. You could tell she's like, she clocked in.
Yeah.
She here
Well,
for it today.
the thing is, even as much as people are saying she studied her mama's videos, which I'm sure she did. That's game tape. She absolutely did. But also, she's your mama in real life.
That's true.
So all you got to do, you're about to do deja vu. This is what you do. Turn your head like this. When you walk, sit in your hip. Sitting your hip.
But she does this like there's a walk she does, and she does her hair that like Beyonce literally did. It's like, this is amazing.
It's so good to watch
amazing.
because your kids do it.
Yeah.
Your
They
kids are
just
going
mimic
to
you.
do. They just mimic you.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, Beyonce. These are choreographed moves for Beyonce.
That's true.
And so of course, if she's like, okay, let me see you do it. Okay, so what you're gonna do is smile. Like, Beyonce knows how to teach her daughter to do the moves that she quite literally did.
Oh my gosh. Imagine being able to learn and like have that kind of confidence instilled in you that young. Like, what a gift. What a gift to be able to like give that to your daughter so young. We be in our 30s and be having all the imposter syndrome, all the shyness, all the fear about ourselves. We be scared to do things, to try things, to pivot and express ourselves and make a video and post the video. And this girl is 13 and is already and getting it from one of the best. So early. Like, what a gift to be able to give your child and your daughter that. Like, oh my gosh.
Could you imagine?
Come on.
Beyonce
Happy Mother's Day,
teaching you-
Beyonce.
Literally. Could you imagine
Damn it.
Beyonce teaching you how to walk like Beyonce?
Girl.
That straight line, sit in the hip, sexy move. To the point where people thought when Blue was doing it, it was Beyonce when it was just the silhouette.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't tell the difference.
Beyonce
and she
got a little
came
more hip,
out.
though.
Well, she
got them child rearing
I was about to
hips.
say,
She
the little
done
girl,
birthed
13, so
a
she ain't hit it yet.
Yes.
But like the idea of being able to come out on the stage with that confidence, that's the other thing. It's that practice too. That practice is going to give you the confidence.
Yeah.
And don't, because I know how I talk to my kids. Don't figure it out one time. Girl, you done got it.
Yes.
Now listen, you done. Now you smiling from idiot. So my mama, she said, because she's just her mama. I recognize her as Beyonce, but also that's also just my mama.
Yes.
So once my mama gave me the seal of approval that I did it correctly, I will do it that way every single time.
And imagine Jay-Z, right? Because he's still dad, and he gives dad. He gives daddy.
It's my favorite era for him.
I got kids.
It's my favorite era for him.
Every time they post a video of him in the
he like somebody's
audience,
father.
Oh my gosh. And it's so funny because he used to be in the audience fangirling out for Beyonce.
He sure did.
And now he be full daddy mode for Blue, and it is
adorable.
Amazing.
I love it for him.
Oh my gosh, he probably be cheering her on more than Beyonce. He probably be like, you are being too hard.
Yes.
On my kid.
Oh, I'm sure
you
of it.
better relax.
I'm sure
Oh,
of
what
it.
a time.
Let that girl relax, Beyonce. She's doing a good. You're doing a good, Blue.
You doing a good job.
You
It's gonna
doing a
be
good
all right.
job. Because
That's
look
why
at
he
you.
retired at Beyonce now. Hello.
Jay-Z
Song
is
Cry
like,
was a whole
I
song.
am somebody's husband and 3 kids' father. I don't have
Amen.
time to be rapping.
No.
I'm attending concerts. What are you talking about? I'm on tour.
With them 3 damn
What?
dreads on the top of his
Doing
damn
whatever.
head.
Free form.
Just
Them
flying.
locks are free form.
That man don't care about that hair, and I want somebody to cut it off.
Because I'm here.
I want somebody to cut it off when
Mel,
he's
that's
asleep.
a wig.
I don't care what it is. Take it off.
That
It's
come
like
off.
4 dreads. And they
It's a
just
freeform lock.
be doing what they want. That man is working from home. He don't care.
I
And
love
I
it.
hate it.
I love it. That is Steve Harvey's head on top of it. That just come off at night. And he just put it on the nightstand and he just put it back on.
Pick it back up in the morning.
And he picked it back up in the morning. I love it. We had a good time. Definitely, we're trying to go again. So we'll see if that happens. I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't want to jinx it yet. But we are trying to go again, and it was good. It was the Melanie mentioned it, but Angel got the little sweet. It was just a great time. It was the first time we've done suites before at SoFi, but we've never done a concert.
Yeah.
At SoFi, and that was good. It was. I had a great time. I mean, just had a ball. Just a good old. We didn't do our outfits good, so if we do go again, I'm gonna focus more on it.
Okay.
I think.
I'm not.
I think we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Atlanta's where we're trying to come, Ebony.
What Ebony say?
She said, "Come." That's where we're trying to go. That's where it's going. That's where we're trying to be because my birthday that week. My birthday that week. Anything else?
I want to go into this ad and tell you that this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. And I can tell you that we were just talking about imposter syndrome and confidence issues and shyness, all of those things that Beyonce, Blue Ivy is learning from her mama. But if your mama is not Beyonce,
come on,
an alternative option could be BetterHelp. Okay, you can go to therapy. You can talk some of those things out with a professional, somebody who has gone to school for this, who knows what they're talking about. I personally have always benefited from therapy, being able to talk things out with people, with someone. And so, I want to tell you more about them. Mental health awareness is growing, but there's still progress to be made. 26% of Americans who participated in a recent survey say they avoided seeking mental health support due to fear of judgment. This Mental Health Awareness Month, let's encourage everyone to take care of their well-being and break the stigma. The world is better when people are healthy and happy. Amen to that. So like I was saying, I've done therapy for a number of reasons, whether it is premarital counseling. I've done that. We're married and still need counseling. I've done my life counseling. I've done therapy for work when I was feeling stressed about that. So I've had it in different facets, and it's always been very beneficial. And sometimes the first one you get is not the one you need. So you can date a little bit, date around, maybe try it out, get somebody else. And BetterHelp allows you to do that. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching people with the right therapist from their diverse network of more than 30,000 licensed therapists with a wide range of specialties. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. And you can, just like I said, easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. We are all better with help. So visit betterhelp.com/GJ to get 10% off of your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GJ.
All right.
Here's the last thing I will say on that.
Please.
Which is that one of the amazing things about a suite is that there is food and liquor provided.
Oh, how did I forget?
And I sometimes, listen, we got back from the Europe trip on Sunday, and I have been going nonstop ever since. Barely eating because I've been trying to catch up on all the cases and documents that I missed, right? I've been cranking them out. So Wednesday came. Remember, we got back Sunday. Wednesday came quick. It was like, dang, it's time for this. And I didn't eat. And then McKinley came home from school, and then we went to the concert. And there was some food. It was like nibbles, right? It was like, here's a cracker and some chips and
you
some
already
cheese.
Know where this is going, Sherry.
So they also had a bar downstairs, which served Beyonce's liquor because she has a whole liquor company. So I had one of the drinks down there. And then upstairs in the suite, there was more alcohol. And I met some lovely people in the suite. And they were like, oh, you should make a drink. So I made a drink. And then I guess I made another one. Then I guess there was another one. I don't know who made that one, though. At some point, the drinks took over me.
Correct.
I don't even know what happened because a Beyonce concert, in my opinion, is not like the place to get drunk. And I had McKinley with me, and somehow I accomplished that task.
This is what happened, y'all. This is what happened. Melanie had these drinks. Mind you, I didn't even see this girl have this many drinks.
Either.
Because I know. Because I would have stopped her, or at the very least, I told her. I said, if I would have saw you had that many drinks, I would have said something and you would have had to tell me, because y'all know Mel, mind your business. She would have told me, you're going to have to make a choice. If you're going to drink this much, I'm going to tell you this and you're going to have to make a choice. I didn't see this happen at all. She's sitting, there's like 2 rows in the suite. I'm behind her, me and Kev. Mel's in front, her and McKinley. All of a sudden, Mel gets up, and you know the difference between oh shoot, I need to go to the bathroom, get up quick, and I'm finna throw up. Everybody move. You know the difference. So Mel and I'm surprised because I'm she didn't have that much to drink. So she gets up quick. And I said, Mel's sick. I turned to Kev. I said, and I'm stuck because I'm on the last seat and there's a wall right here. So I can't really maneuver to go to the bathroom or to go check on Mel. So I said, Kev, go check on my sister. Kev knocks on the door. It's loud. She can't hear. He comes back and he's like, the door is locked, but also I really don't want to go in there because maybe she's not throwing up. Maybe she's in the bathroom. And if I see her cooch, now it's a weird thing. And our whole relationship is now changed. I really don't want to do this. So I'm she's throwing up. She can't hear. I'm going to wait. Minutes go by. Minutes go by. Minutes go by. I said, Kev, and now I can't rest. I need to go check on my sister. So he moves. I go back. I'm knocking on the door. She doesn't answer. Knocking on the door. She doesn't answer. Knocking on the door. She doesn't answer. So I go back to my seat. I'm getting the lady. Can we get some water? Mel finally comes out. She sits down. I'm like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I said, you should have some water. I should. So she drinks the water. Next thing I know, this woman throws up in this suite.
I did?
Yes!
Oh, no. Oh, I didn't know I did that.
Yes, on the side. Yes. The lady came and brought, give me this.
I did it on the side so that people wouldn't see.
A roll of paper towels like this.
Who cleaned it?
Nobody. We left it. But I gave you a little paper towel. I had you wipe your mouth.
Angel, send me the bill. I'm sorry.
She got some water. I was like,
I don't know how that happened.
We have to go now. It's the end of the night. We have to go. We get in the car, and I told Kev, when did this happen?
I don't know. I didn't eat. What happened is I didn't eat.
And them drinks were so strong. They were gross. They were that strong. So boozy that it's not even a cocktail. It's just alcohol. It's just alcohol. We get in the car. Mel's sick again. I was like, Greg is going to fight me.
Oh, he was not happy.
Greg was not happy. I said, Greg, I didn't see it happen. Because I promise you I would have said something. I still, right now as we're sitting here, I do not know how Mel got that drunk. Literally
it's
right now.
Because I didn't eat. I'm trying to tell you, we drank how much in Europe? Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I was fine. You know why? Because I was eating. I didn't even enjoy much of the food, but I ate it. I didn't eat and I was going. And so it wasn't even on purpose, intentional. Here's the other problem. This is the part of the conversation we had. Here's the problem. Not only am I too old, I got shit to do.
Literally. And she had to get up and go where?
I had Dirk's hearing was the next morning. Dirk had a detention hearing the next morning. And I already was like, I have Dirk's detention hearing. I'm not going to this concert to be drunk. Absolutely not. I got stuff to do. So when I woke up,
I told Melanie, I said, you have about a year and a half, 2 years.
I'm not drinking no more.
You shouldn't. I said, number one, you're too old. Whatever you think you can hold, you're you can't no more. I don't know why she thinks she can, but she can't.
I don't even think so. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like a
conscious.
It wasn't that.
Which is all the more reason. You need about a drink and a half max. Because Melanie, she at 30, how old am I? 42, 40, 30. At 38, it's the way I really had to do that math.
I'll be 38
She'll be 38. At 38, Mel can't hold liquor.
No.
So, you need about a drink.
I'm not about to drink
Babysit
anymore.
the drink.
No.
Let that ice.
I can't. Because what happened, this is what happened that day. it's not like I'm clocked in. I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, and before you know it, you've had more drinks than you should have had, but you're not thinking about like, woo, the goal of this is to be belligerent. Like, that's not the goal. I'm telling you, I had stuff to do. It was not my point. So I just cannot drink because I don't clock in to like, hey girl, remember that feeling that you hated? You gonna have that again, and then you're not gonna make no video. I was so miserable. I took an Uber to the hearing. About halfway through, I was like, oh.
Because that next day.
And I had taken so much like that morning. I was like, oh, I'm going to be all right. Let me drink this water. Let me drink this IV, whatever the thing is to like help you. I had Gatorade. I'm good. My stomach was like, girl, you will throw this up right now. And the car is moving, so you're just feeling terrible. But I'm like, I have to power through. I have to go to this hearing. I'm in the hearing dying. And I'm with like all these reporters that I've now like made friends with, like, ooh, look at us. And I'm a part of the crew. And they were talking, and I was like, okay.
No, it's done.
At the end, they were like, all right, we're going to stay after and get Dirk's dad because Dirk's detention hearing, the judge denied letting him out. So they're like, let's get some video from his dad. His dad's going to say words. I was like, you guys enjoy that. I'm going to go. I'll see y'all at the next one. I have to go. It was so bad. And then I struggled. I was like, you went to the hearing. Now you have to make a video. I was like, Dirk's detention he didn't go. He's in jail. Bye. I had all these plans. I was going to go live. I was going to talk about what he was wearing. All the people. I did none of the things because I was struggling. What a time.
We had a good time.
So anyway, I'm done. I won't be drinking anymore.
Literally, you can't. I told her, I said, you cannot. The thing is, there is a point where you hit like a buzz. That's a great time. And then you could still function the next day. That's a good time. It's when you pass that and it impacts your next day. That's when that line, I feel like the older you get, that line, it get lesser and lesser and lower and lower. Because, like, it was, I said, when did this? Mel came back and she had like 2 drinks in her hand. And I was like, I'll take one. The drink was not good. It was so bad that I didn't think you drank it.
I don't know. I don't think I did, but I don't know. I didn't know I threw up in public. I thought it happened in the bathroom. Apparently, it was in front of people. No, girl, I thought that happened in the bathroom.
I think
that was in person.
I think she threw up 3 times.
Well,
woo.
So anyway, it was a great show. Everyone should definitely go. Don't get a suite. Sit in the regular seat because you're less likely to have as much alcohol available to you.
If you have a big group of people going, I will say this. If you have a big group of people going, at least look into the suite, especially if you're doing floor seats. Because in floor seats, my unpopular opinion.
Not the same price.
How much are floor seats?
I would say like $500-$600.
No, Mel, sometimes them floor seats get more expensive than that.
Well, I mean, if you're doing the like fanciness.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're trying to be in
all
that
I'm saying is at least look into
crew,
it.
Whatever the heck it's called. But if you're just getting a seat on the floor.
So all I'm saying is. See, they said 3 to 4. Mel,
$1,000?
Yeah, mine are $800. No. Yes, we've paid more than $500 for floor seats before.
We didn't pay what we paid for the suite.
Well, I agree, but what I'm saying is you should at least look into it.
Oh, okay.
Because if it's only, I don't know, but if you're paying $800, just look into it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to be 1,000, but I am saying you should at least look into it. Because depending on where you are, you know, them prices might be a little bit different. We in LA, it might be a little bit more. But all I'm saying is if you're hovering around $1,000, just look into the suite. But just know you need about 16 people. You do need a big group. In order to make the price, in order to make the price. But if you're paying $2,000, they said the floor seats are $2,000 in DC. If the price is $2,000 per seat in DC, look into see how much a suite is, and just if you have enough people, it's a better experience. It is a better experience. That's all I'm saying. Just look into it. That's all I'm saying. Just look into it. Let the numbers dictate your yes or your no. All I'm saying is look into it though. Go, Mel.
All right. Speaking of numbers, now's a good time to tell you about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to turn your sports knowledge into cash. With millions of members, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to you. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 2,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. You can cash in on the basketball playoffs with Prize Picks. Don't miss your last chance to add your favorite players from the court to your Prize Picks lineup, whether it's points, rebounds, assists. Take your pick of more or less for your shot to win up to 2,000 times your cash today. You can sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed, which is a legit bonus. Okay, you play $5 and you get $50 instantly. Tap into that. That's a bonus. The basketball players are here, and the action is heating up on Prize Picks, the best place to cash in on your favorite sports. The thing I like about this, because, sometimes sports can be a little bit confusing, but the thing that I like is how easy to navigate Prize Picks is. It can be very, very simple for you. You get the app, go through all the steps, and you can more or less take your picks. It's very, very simple. So this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the basketball board and selecting Donovan Mitchell for more than 26 points and Jason Tatum for more than 9 rebounds, Nikola Jokic for more than 25 points, and Anthony Edwards for more than 4 threes. So download the app today and use code GJ to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup, okay? Download the app today. Use code GJ to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
All right. So now we're going to do we need to do these because we haven't done them in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do Pop the Trunks. Let me tell you how I be having good ideas and then I don't be following through. I had a brilliant idea that today's episode was going to be a Mother's Day episode, and I was going to tell you guys to send in your Pop the Trunks on your Mother's Day, and it could be good or bad. You could pop the trunk for real on your mother, or you could just be like, doting on your mother. I was supposed to have told y'all that last week, and I forgot.
Oh, I did too, because you told me and I forgot to tell you to do it.
So you won't be hearing Mother's Day.
I'll do it for Father's Day.
Okay, for Father's Day. Okay, so keep in mind that for Father's Day, you can send in your Father's Day Pop the Trunks. And we missed it for Mother's Day.
Yeah, I actually was going to tell. I've told this story. I'm going to be quick because we are going to get to the Pop the Trunks. But Mother's Day is always great, right? But it always reminds me because we were trying to make Micaiah happen, amen, and we were not being successful. We made an intentional decision to have a second child, and we were not getting pregnant. And so because of Netflix, they had this amazing plan. There's a part to this also, but anyway, where they basically gave you a bunch of money that if you were having like fertility issues, they gave you a credit card basically where you could like help yourself to get some help with your fertility. It was like this amazing program. Very, very dope. Anyway, so we were not being successful. So I went to my regular OB like, hey girl, I don't know why that's not happening. And so then she, they have like basic steps to like make sure you're alive and that your parts are functioning. And after that, she then refers you to like a specialist, like a fertility specialist. So we went through my regular OB and then they transferred us over to like this fertility specialist. So we go there and there's a whole process, right? They're like checking your eggs and they're checking his and they're making sure everything is operating and like you guys should be able to have a child. We go through all of this process and they're like, we don't really know what's happening. Like everything should be fine. And you already have a kid before. And that usually like indicates that you can have another one. And so before like IVF, right, there is a process called IUI, I think is what it's called. And so they make you go through the whole process and tell you like, you should have sex on this day and then come back in here. We'll take your blood and see if you're pregnant, blah, blah, blah. It's like a whole thing. So anyway, we get to the part of IUI because regular us having sex essentially is not working. So we get through this part of IUI. And Is this too graphic? It's not that graphic.
No.
What essentially happens is they call Greg in to ejaculate in a cup. And then they take me and they put you in a chair. They put me in a chair. Like upside down. So then they come and like insert him into you. And then they just make you sit there for like 20 minutes, right? And so I was like, this is really awkward. Like I'm just in here like hanging upside down waiting. And then after 20 minutes, they're like, all right, you can go home and you'll come back in 2 weeks. We'll take your blood and see if it worked, if you got pregnant. So it was like this very like cumbersome, involved, intimate process. And out of it, we got fucking Micaiah.
I didn't know where this was going. Honestly, that speaks to her determination to get here. And that's why she has this.
We fought our asses off to have this child.
And she fights you every day.
And she fights us every day. And then wait, because let me tell you how ridiculous this is. Because when Micaiah came out, she looked like she did not come from either of us, okay? She looked like her parents were not American. Like, for real. And so Greg's ass was like, what if the doctor...
Because you know he watched that thing on Netflix.
Because he watched that Netflix documentary. What if the doctor inserted his semen in you and not mine? What if that's not my kid? Do you know one of the dumbest things you can tell a woman who just had a baby and you are that woman's husband is the idea that the kid might not be his? I was like, well, what now? Are you going to try to say it's not your kid? Are you going to try to not support this kid? Are you not going to love this kid? Because technically the kid's still mine. Are you trying to say that if it's not yours, you're not going to? Then what? What is your point? Why would you tell me that? So then I'm spiraling, right? Not sleeping because I have a newborn, but also because Greg's now convinced me that this kid is not his. So then I start Googling and researching the doctor. And you know me, this is before I'm not a lawyer, but you know what I did? Looked up court cases involving the doctor.
Did you come up on The Office? It's called Our Father on Netflix. And the doctor literally did this.
Okay, but my doctor had a lawsuit. You guys, I was like, oh shit. What if it's really?
Wait, but that was the lawsuit?
What happened?
Yeah, tell us
what my
happened.
doctor did. It's really sad. This woman's husband was close to dying. And so he left his sperm. He did the process. And so when he died, she went ahead through with having a child with his sperm. Yeah. The daddy's now dead. Well, that's what she wanted to do. They lost the man's sperm. No. They lost it. And I was like, well, if they can be that careless. So then in my head, I'm like going through the process. Terrible. It was terrible. I'm going through the process of, well, what did they ask me to make sure that what they had in the tube was actually Greg's? So what they did, they asked me his name. They asked me his birthday.
Wait, but you didn't go on the same day as Greg?
No, we did. I did. He was like a floor down for me.
Oh, she had hers stored up somewhere.
Sure, yeah. But that didn't. It didn't matter. My brain was like, well, it's Greg's fault because I was like. Oh, no, so then I'm on Amazon looking up home paternity tests.
Oh my God.
Literally, I'm like, well, maybe we can just do a home test, a little Maury situation at the house to make sure that it's Greg's kid. But also, what if it's not? What are you saying? So anyway, every
God
Mother's
answered
Day,
all fears.
Because it's absolutely Greg's kid, okay?
Because you didn't have nothing to do with that baby.
Eventually, she came into her own, and now she looks like she belongs to us. But every
she
Mother's
look like
Day,
she belonged to you. She like she belonged to Greg.
Well, fair enough. Every Mother's Day.
Did you do it on Mother's Day? What happened? Why did Mother's Day bring this to your remembrance?
Because I'm a mother of 2 children, and one of them is Micaiah. And so every time I think about being a mother to Micaiah, I think about the journey it took to get her here and the resulting weeks after she was born.
Oh my God, you need to think about that on her birthday. I thought maybe the thing it happened on this day. You went to the doctor.
No. I just be like, you are the one. You are the one. And I hope this isn't any indication
Oh my God.
of what our life is going to be like together. Because, girl, the time and energy it took. Oh, man. Anyway, there you go.
Micaiah is my quite literal favorite person on the planet. Literally, she is my favorite person on the planet. That girl is so funny. And she was frustrated with me the other day. They came over. I don't know why I came over. Pick up your car.
Oh.
And she was telling me that she had a frog sticker.
Oh, something you were saying wrong. And I was like, girl, she was trying to say walk. You thought she was saying you want to go on a walk. And I was like, she's saying she want to go to the park. You want to go on a walk?
Me and Micaiah be talking like this. We be missing.
Baby don't want to go on a walk.
I don't know why this little girl, I love Micaiah. Oh my God, I love this little girl dearly. She loves me too. She loves her auntie. We don't communicate. One thing about her, we do not communicate. She said she wanted a sticker. I said, you want a what? What is it? A sticker. Oh, what?
That little baby.
I mean, it's this. Greg, what did she say? I'm going to tell you, this is where I get though. McKinley. What Micaiah just said?
She be knowing.
McKinley be knowing.
She does be knowing.
McKinley?
Mom, she's asking for. I'm like, well, tell her no in her language. Okay? You can tell her no in my language and hers. No. I don't care what she asking for.
I don't know what she be telling me. Oh my God, but I love that little girl. This is the most hilarious, most random story I've ever heard. I was like, why does her mind go here for Mother's Day?
Because I'm a mother.
I got it now. All right. We're going to listen to these little Pop the Trunks. If you have a Pop the Trunk, you can send them to us at some website that we use for them. Let me tell you. Let me see if I think I have it in my notes. I think it's SpeakPipe. Hold on. Pop. Voice notes, Pop the Trunk. Okay. If you have a Pop the Trunk, we haven't told this story in a while, so I'll make it very quickly. Pop the Trunk is a phrase that we've created for this podcast that actually comes from a Mel story, because Mel has all the stories today.
I had another. Go ahead. I don't know why I was thinking about all these stories this weekend, but yes, go ahead. When I was in high school, we used to keep bats in our trunk, and so when my friends
it was in college.
No.
Oh, hilarious.
No. When my friends would fight, you can't fight in college. You won't be there no more. So we would yell, Pop the Trunk.
You're not supposed to fight high school either.
In high school, the stakes are lower. You're just going to get suspended. Everything's fine.
Ooh, but you used to keep bats. Tell the whole story.
We used to that's the story. We kept bats.
No, you got to tell the actual Pop the Trunk when the girl was cheating. I mean, not the girl. The boyfriend was cheating.
Oh, when we drove on the car down to,
That's where it actually comes from. That's what you got. You got to tell the whole story.
I'm not telling the story because I have another story that I was going to tell. I did. I thought of, the short version is, that's it. We kept bats in our trunk. And one time, one of my friends, her boyfriend was doing stuff he ain't had no business doing. And so we thought we were who we were. So we pull up and then we yell, Pop the Trunk. You know, when they're fighting, you yell, Pop the Trunk, and then it's the whole thing. But anyway, that's not the point.
The point is, wait, because if you're new, you have no idea what she just said. They keep bats in the trunk for protection.
Yes.
The little girl, the boyfriend was cheating. The friend said, Pop the Trunk, meaning Pop the Trunk, grab the bat, we finna do damage. So this is, Pop the Trunk means you're upset about something, you're about to do some damage, you want to go off on somebody. That's the story behind the Pop the Trunk. What is happening in your world today?
That was actually really good context. You said it. I get it. I get the connection you're making. Like, and the point of it. That was good. I'm still drunk from Wednesday. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, no, we should do the Pop the Trunk.
Do your other story?
Okay, it's random. That's why. It's just random. I was thinking about, I reminded Kev on the way to Beyonce. Kev has told this story a bunch of times about the time that he was got into the fight that was happening at church.
Oh, yes,
Remember?
yes.
So that, I don't have no exes, but if I had an ex, he was one of them. And my ex was he had been into it with some people. They were also church people, which is so stupid. But anyway, the guys that he was into it with, and my ex was a piano player at the church. So they pull up to the church. They sit in the back of the church. It's a whole thing. They end up, my ex goes outside. They end up getting to the scuffle. It's a whole fight on the church grounds. Kev, Jay, everybody gets into it. It's a whole thing. That same guy, ex guy, I was home from college staying at Melissa's house, and it was late. And Kev was watching The Wire, and this ex called me in like huffs and puffs saying that he was in a shootout and he needed me to come get him.
Mel was a down chick. Like, literally, I just told her this. Mel was a down chick.
Listen, it's so stupid. But I told Kev, and then me and Kev went to go, I don't know. You must have been asleep. It was really late.
I don't know where I was.
So then me and Kev went to go pick him up. It was like in front of a barbershop. He was like close to Seattle. It was a whole thing. We ended up picking him up and bringing him to the pastor's house. And his mama, who had money, ended up getting him a flight like within a couple hours. He was able to
the next day he was gone, never to return.
He was able to be on a flight. But I had been thinking about like some of the lead up to that and why I stayed with him it was so stupid. Anyway, I'm not going to go down the whole thing. The point is I made stupid decisions, and that also was a story that I had been thinking about this past week.
He used to flight. What was it? It was called kiting. If you worked in banking, you remember this term called, actually, it was a little bit different than kiting. But back in the day when you would write checks, you would write a check before the money would be in your account. And then once the money hit, hopefully that's when the check would cash and then everything would balance out. But he would do it, or floating, yes. Was it called floating or kiting? Maybe something like that. Floating checks. I think we called it kiting. But regardless, it's all the same thing. He would put checks into the ATM.
Yes.
And then
he would withdraw the money before he would do it on a weekend. He would go to the ATM, deposit the check, and then withdraw the money before the check was like validated.
Yes.
And that's because it was bad checks. So he had been doing it so much, a lot. So he had gotten up to this like high amount that he owed, and they had like pictures of him like at the ATM. My dumbass had been taking him to the ATM because anybody living a life like that don't really have no vehicle. So I'm just la. And they ended up sending a letter to our house. And Mom, I came home one day. And Mom, this is before Spellman.
This is years and years ago.
It was before Spellman. Mom was like, I need to talk to you. And I was like, okay, girl. And let me tell you what your mama said. First of all, she asked me about the bank stuff. I'm like, I didn't know that nigga was doing that. Like, got nothing to do with me. Like, even if that's my car in the back of that picture, but I didn't know he was doing that. Mom was like, well, this is better than I thought. I thought he was cheating on you. I said, you did?
But he was doing that too.
At that point, I didn't know, though. But she said that. And I was like, oh,
this man put Mel through the whole entire ringer.
And then shortly after, I found out he was cheating. I was like, oh, my gosh.
Mel you were too down.
It was so stupid. I stayed with him for way too long. And then after him was like, I'm going to live my life, my college life, and date all the guys. Anyway.
There was one guy that Mel dated that I liked so much. It was way before Greg. But after this dude.
Yes.
And I liked him so much. I was like, Mel, I want you to be with this guy. He was a good guy. He appeared to be anyway. A good guy, put together, seemed to have his life together, came from good parents, good home, all these things. And I was like, he's corny.
Well, and let me tell you, hold on. That's true. And he was. That's not the point. Let me tell you, this is just going to be the judge me episode, and that's okay. You can judge me. Let me tell you a secret. Here's my secret. Here's my truth about this guy she's talking about. Right before I came home from Spelman, it was over the summer.
It was.
Before I came home from Spelman that year for the summer. Okay, everybody, don't put in your mind now that you're not going to judge me. If you're going to judge me, then I'm not going to tell the story.
Okay, just tailor it, Mel. Just tailor it.
I don't know that it could be tailored. You're going to miss the effect. The point is, before I went home from Spelman, I was like, I really want to have a one-night stand.
Oh, he wasn't doing that.
No, listen, that was my goal, right? So I came home and met this guy.
You should have said, Mom, log off. Forget these people. Mom, log off.
She's fine. Listen, that was a goal I had, which is, I'm not saying it's smart. I'm not saying I encourage anybody to do this. This is just my truth when you're young and 20 and you think this is smart. I met this guy. So I was like, ha. So he kept calling afterward. I was like, this kind of defeats the purpose.
No, because he was trying to be in a relationship.
Wait, I'm not done. Let me finish. So because he kept calling, I was like,
church guy.
I know. So I was like, it'll be a summer fling. That's what'll happen. So we hung out all summer. After summer, I went back to Atlanta and I was like, okay, had a summer fling. That was fun. And he kept calling. Yes. And so then he was like, one day after I had gone back, he was like, I just feel like I really want to be with you. And I feel like you're back in Atlanta and you're going to meet some like Atlanta guy and you're never going to talk to me again. And I was like, that's the point. You have exceeded well beyond what you were intended for.
Overstayed your welcome.
You have overstayed your welcome. Why do you think I want to be with you? Like, that wasn't even the point. You want to talk about my whole mission just aborted? I mean, did not happen. He was so a lot to the point. Okay, last thing. How did we get here? We have to do another ad, but here's the last thing. Over the summer where I'm like, summer fling, woo-hoo-hoo, he calls me like 2 o'clock in the morning. You thought this was weird. He calls me at like 2 o'clock in the morning and he's like, I'm finna come pick you up. Let's like go talk. And so I'm
Didn't
like,
he take you to like the waterfront or something?
So I'm like, this is not a one-night stand. This is not a summer fling. Like, I don't know what's happening. You got feelings involved and that was not the goal. So whatever. He comes to pick me up and we go to like Tacoma's waterfall. Okay. And the car ride is quiet because I'm like, are you going to kill me? Like, what are we doing? What is happening? We go to this waterfall and he starts telling me about his childhood and that his mother was really sick.
Yep. Don't give too much details.
I won't. Just that she was really sick and he's like crying. And
Mel was overwhelmed.
I was like, what? I just wanted to understand, and it has morphed into something it was not meant to be. It was so bad, you guys. It was so bad. It was so weird. Like, I don't, what do you want? That's really sad. I'm sorry that happened to you. Like, I don't know why you're telling me this. It was so weird.
Like, he's trying to be emotionally vulnerable. He really likes you. I think he, like, and it was like, he was really close with like his stepmom or something. Yeah.
His dad was a pastor.
Yeah.
He was close. And then he was like very weird about that. And I didn't care. He was like he made me meet them. And I'm like, bruh, this is not the makings of a fling. I met your parents. He was like trying to have me talk to his sister who lived in a different state. He was like really trying to like sell me, making me trying to go to his church. I was like, bruh. You missed the point.
That man was you.
He was crazy. It was so not the point, you guys. It was my mission was not accomplished in that regard. All right. Now that I've shared my life story with you, I now want to tell you about Raycon. Dads teach us a lot, amen, how to fix things for ourselves, how to pick ourselves up and power on, even how to make do with less so the family has more. This Father's Day, let's show our dads that they deserve the world at a price even they will be impressed by. This Father's Day, treat dad to a pair of everyday earbuds by Raycon because he deserves to he deserves to relax, recharge, and enjoy his favorite music, podcasts, and calls in crystal clear sound. Okay, we just got through Mother's Day. Father's Day is on the way. You know, these holidays becoming quick. And if you are like me and always struggling to figure out what exactly should we buy them, Raycon earbuds could be the answer for you. Raycon's everyday earbuds are the perfect gift for your dad, whether he's lifting big at the gym, busy with those endless work calls, or jamming out to his favorite tunes that drive your mom mad. Give your dad the gift of premium audio that goes where he does. Raycon's latest model is better than ever with a 32-hour battery life and multi-point connectivity that lets him pair with 2 devices at once. That's a bonus. Finally, Dad can wave bye to that tangled old pair of wired earbuds because these are wireless. Okay? Wireless.
We have the purple one.
Yes, Raycon's everyday earbuds come in a spectrum of vibrant colors to match your dad's vibe. We were able to order the purple ones, but if that's not your dad's vibe, they have other colors that you can choose from. And that's always fun, right? Being able to like personalize your earbuds or different things like that is just, it makes it yours. So you have the ability to do that when you order your earbuds. I'm sure your dad is, again, one of my favorite things is that they're wireless. Okay, that alone I'm tapped in on, because especially if you're at the gym and trying to connect to something, it's a hassle, but you still want to be able to like hear what you need to hear. And so that Raycon earbuds offers you that. So go to buyraycon.com/GJ. To get 15% off site-wide. Right now, Raycon is offering up to 15% off site-wide when you go to buyraycon.com/GJ, buyraycon.com/GJ.
I also want to tell you about today's episode is also sponsored by Rocket Money. Okay, we all have subscriptions that we don't realize that we have, and that money comes out of your account, and you're just like, I don't understand why I still have the subscription. I signed up for like a little free trial period, and now this money keeps coming out of my account. The good thing about Rocket Money is that there's a dashboard that will put all of your subscriptions on one page, and you can see what you need to cancel. It's really, really nice. You press a button, they send out their little men and help you cancel the unwanted subscriptions for you. But in addition, it also monitors your spending. So if you need help with budgeting, especially with these tariffs coming up, there's talks of recession, all of these things. We're all trying to get smarter with our money, and Rocket Money can help you do that. It's a personal finance app, and one of its goals, in addition to helping you cancel unwanted subscriptions, is to help you monitor your spending and help lower your bills so you can grow your savings. You get to see all of your subscriptions in one place, especially the ones you don't want, and Rocket Money can help you cancel them. The dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all of your accounts. You can create budgets with custom categories. The new features automatically saves money for you, so you don't have to think about it. Help you pay off your bills, put away money for a house, or just build your savings. One of the things, I'm actually a strong believer in like savings, and even saving for specific things. You guys know we just did the Europe trip, and I was literally telling Kevin, I was so proud that we knew we were going to take this trip. When did we start planning this? Sometimes last year. Yeah. And I put money aside for the trip. And I was like, I'm so proud that we did that. Like, I feel like this is an adult thing to do, is to budget. I was looking online actually here recently, and Tina, Beyonce's mom, posted about that LED dress that Beyonce wore, and she said it's very expensive, but like she was so happy that her team presented it to her and she approved it. That approval means that there's a budget. That approval means that there's a budget, and she needed to make sure that this was within, or if you're going to exceed the budget, like it's all like conscious, you know what I mean? And that's all budgeting is, making intentional decisions about your spending. And I don't care how much money you have. Budgeting is necessary, okay? And I was very proud that I was able to do it. And so if Beyonce's mama can do it for Beyonce, guess what? We cannot be too good to budget. All right. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving money up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/GJ today. That's rocketmoney.com/GJ. rocketmoney.com/GJ.
GJ.
All right, very good. We're going to listen to a couple Pop the Trunks.
Absolutely.
Joe gets out early today, so I do need to leave, but we can listen to, maybe we could try to do two. We could try to squeeze in two.
Okay. That's why I need Raycon.
Every time we're all over the place today, but I have to tell this story. I never listened to that Ray J and Speedy interview in real time.
Break the glasses.
Yes. I never listened to it in real time. For whatever reason, a few months ago, it wasn't even probably a few months ago, a few weeks ago, I feel like, I randomly went on this, it's because Speedy is always on my TikTok.
He's great.
Yeah, he's fantastic. And someone was trying to come for him. He was someone was all you do is do your conversations with your blanket on your couch or on your bed or something like that. And he was like, oh, y'all don't know who I am for real. You literally only think of me as this TikTok guy with a blanket. Let me give you my resume.
Amen.
And so he did this really cool video of all these really prominent, cool interviews he's done. And I was like, well, educate me then, sir. I didn't know who you were. And so it took me down this spiral of finding out who Speedy is. Yeah. Okay. I came across this Ray J interview. I laughed for 10 minutes.
It's the best thing ever.
Oh, my God. The way Ray J was just these glasses are unbreakable. And Speedy kept telling him, I will break these.
They're unbreakable.
But I will break. No, Ray J, I'm going to break these. And Ray J was like,
they're unbreakable.
Literally, I don't know why you
cannot break them.
You cannot break them. He was like, I'm going to put this on the ground right now. I'm going to break these. Trying to give him an out. This man was like, no.
They're not. You cannot break them. They're unbreakable.
That man stepped on it like this. That thing said, crink. You can hear it break.
He didn't do his hand?
Oh, actually, I think he did. Yeah. He just snapped. You're right. He just snapped it. You could hear the snap. You could hear the audible snap of this. When I tell you, if you have not gone through and watched this video, it also not only did it confirm I love Speedy. Oh, I think he is such a good time. But the way that I love Ray J, oh my God. This man, I would love to spend 48 hours with him.
Oh, no.
Just one good weekend I would love to spend with him.
I think it's because you have only been exposed to the hilarity of him in the context of interviews. He seems like a terrible person as far as the way he was with Princess.
I believe he's a horrible
toxic
husband.
relationship.
He's a horrible husband.
I think 48 hours is going to be too much is my point. I feel like you probably could get away with 6 hours. I think you're doing a bit much with 48.
Because he says he doesn't sleep. I haven't slept in 3 days. I'm doing business. I don't sleep. And all I do is handle business.
Tells you everything you need to know.
Did you see him on College Hill?
You told me about him.
Oh my God.
See, no.
Oh, he is the best.
Yeah, absolutely not.
He is the literal best person in Hollywood. Because I don't know if he is a character or he is himself. I don't know. And the fact that I don't know makes me love him even more.
Somebody is saying that, and this is true. Raycon was founded, the ad we just did, founded by Ray J.
That's what brought my mind. Yeah,
he sold it.
That's what I'm saying. Because he be up working. He don't sleep.
He don't sleep, and he's obviously
He got the earbuds. He got the glasses.
He had a scooter or something at one point, didn't
he? Did he?
I think he had a
He don't sleep because he be working. Did you see the one? And he kept doing this in the interview.
Yes, he kept flipping it.
Oh,
he was the founder of Scooty Bike.
Of Scooty Bike?
An electronic folding scooter. He sold it. He be making stuff and then selling it.
Because he don't sleep.
Yeah, but he's smart. I bet you he has a bunch of money.
That's why I need 48 hours. Because I want to be there when his next grand idea is present. No. I need to go through the night to see him not sleep.
Absolutely not.
All right, play these ads.
Play the Pop the Trunks.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Mel. Hey, Liz. I want to pop the trunk on two things. Number one, valet service. And number two, people who act like you don't know what you're talking about when you know what you're talking about. Because them. So I went to a birthday dinner and I valeted my car. I took my key off of my key ring, handed the man my key. He gave me the ticket. Go up, enjoy the party, have a great time. Come back downstairs now to come collect my car. They put on their tag, no key found. Ooh. And I distinctly remember giving the man a key. Then they tried to lie and said that I parked my car myself. Hey Mel, hey Liz.
Oh, did it end?
I want to pop the trunk on two things. Number one, valet service.
We didn't even get to the second thing.
And number two, people.
Oh man,
you gotta call back.
I know.
You gotta call back.
To the story?
What happened to the car? How did you get the car out the thing? What happened?
Well, okay, we'll go to the next one because we about to go.
I'm so mad.
She gotta call back and give us the rest.
I want to pop the trunk on everybody with a sister. Yep. Every last one of y'all walking around doing cute sister stuff, talking about my sister this and my sister that, taking pictures, going on Target runs when we can go on Target runs, calling each other to vent. I don't want to hear it. Because my sister had the nerve to die. And I told her not to leave me. So I don't want to hear it. Because she did it anyway. Okay? And now I'm just here. Watching the whole world live in a sister group chat I don't get to be a part of anymore. Oh. Sorry, listen, Mel. Okay? I love y'all. But I'm mad. Okay?
You should be.
I'm sitting up here grieving and jealous and lonely and heartbroken. And everybody else just hee hee ha ha. So, yeah. Pop the trunk on that.
You could be our sister.
I know, I'm so sad.
You could be our sister. Oh, can we give you a hug? Leah
know.
Can't take it no more.
I know, that was terrible.
Leah had to take the headphones. Leah is crying, okay?
Let me tell you the problem with these pop the trunks. I will listen to like 5 seconds to just make sure y'all aren't cussing us out. And as long as you're not cussing us out, then I send them like, okay, this is good. I don't listen to the end. I wouldn't have played you today, girl. I am sad about that.
Oh. Can we all give
Did she say her name?
I don't think so. Let's welcome her into our sister group chat.
Amen.
Because that is really sad. I can't sit too long in feelings like this as a person that has two sisters. So anyway, I was about to say something super morbid. I got to tell you what I told Monique, but I'm not going to right now on the live because we've had enough story time today.
We've had enough.
Hug your sister.
Amen.
Tell
your
her
brother
you love
or
her
yourself.
or your brother. And the young lady that called, if you're on here, we're sending you all our love and hugs and sister group chat vibes to you. All right, y'all. This was the most chaotic Gin and Juice episode we've had in a long time. So thank you guys for joining us. We will be back next week, Tuesday. Is that next week?
I thought we were just going later on Monday.
Oh, then it's not next week. It's the following week that we'll do Tuesday. Yeah, the week of Memorial Day. Okay, so we will be back next week, but we'll be later. We'll be at 2.
I think it's 2.
Pacific time. All right. Thank you, guys. Bye. Erica said the title of this episode is Mel Tells All. Oh, my God. Bye.